What's up, guys? Welcome back to Hustle Hoops. So today, bro, obviously we all know what happened last night. The Milwaukee Bucks defeated the Atlanta Hawks to go to the NBA Finals. And so I want to say I didn't watch this full game. Only watched the fourth quarter of this game. And that was because only watched the fourth quarter because one of my friends came in town this weekend, and we're just hanging out, Saturday night. So obviously I'm going to prioritize people over basketball. But at the end of the day, I still love basketball, so I'm going to find a way. So we all ended up watching the fourth quarter. And the Bucks were up by 20. It was like, oh, yeah, it's over. And the Hawks are going on this run. The Bucks aren't scoring. They're getting locked up. Their offense looks horrible. I'm seeing turnovers. I'm seeing bad shots. I'm seeing missed shots. And then the Hawks start coming back. They're hitting shots. But eventually the Bucks did prevail. I think Cam Reddish hits a three, and then they're down by 8 or something like that. And then the Hawks get a steal into an outlet pass. I think it was Capella gets a dunk, and they're down by it's super close at that point. And then so I'm like, oh shoot, me all the guys are like, oh shoot, bro, this game is not over. It was 2 minutes left at this point, and it was under 10. The score, they were down by 6 or 7 or something like that. And then the very next play, Drew Holiday comes down on an ISO, gets a screen, and then hits him with some fancy up and under reverse fillet type layup. And then that was it. After they got that, and then PJ Tucker hit the corner three like he is. He's the corner man, so he's obviously he's gonna hit that. And so that's when the game was over. And then so I didn't really. The fourth quarter was straight. I mean, I saw that Cam Reddish was going off, so I'm kind of glad to see Cam Reddish go crazy, because he wasn't really that good last year, his rookie season. And then this year he was obviously coming back from injuries, stuff like that. So I guess it's good to see him do well. But really, it's good to see this whole Hawks team do well. They obviously were not supposed to be where they were. And so what it shows that you can have success as a young team. It shows that you don't have to build a super team to have some form of success. It shows that Trae Young can be a great leader, even though he had a terrible game in Game 6. It just shows a lot of heart. It shows a lot of fight. It potentially could make themselves a free agent destination that people would like to go to, kind of like what the Clippers did when the Clippers played well. What was it, in 2019 playoffs? The 2019 playoffs when the Clippers were playing well, that young, unproven team, and they showed they had some fight, some heart, and so that attracted Kawhi and PG to want to go play there. Even though they had to get rid of some pieces for them, that core group of guys, the Lou Wills, the Montrezl Harrell, and that group, that because they played well, it attracted Kawhi and PG. So maybe because they see that this Hawks team, Danilo Gallinari, Cam Reddish, Trae Young, Kevin Huerter, Bogdanovich, John Collins, and Clint Capella, that they play well, all they really need is a second star next to Trae Young. So whatever free agencies are coming up in the next 2-3 seasons, maybe because they show themselves to be able to fight hard, to be able to compete, now all they need is that second star to put them over the next hump. That could be a free agent destination. Atlanta is a booming city, like that. So Atlanta is a good destination. The Hawks are a good team. So why wouldn't somebody want to go, free agent want to go there now that they're actually good? Now on the Bucks side of things, bro, I'm really excited for the Bucks. I've said it before. The Bucks are probably my second favorite team outside of the Lakers. And then, because I really just like Giannis. I really do think he deserves it. I like the Bucks team. They're they're my favorite Eastern Conference team. So I'm actually excited to see them going to the finals finally. Giannis has finally reached that hump. Kind of I feel like every star has that type of mountain they have to climb. We saw with Jordan with the Pistons. We saw with Braun and the Celtics. Now, obviously, Giannis, I'm not saying he's on their level, but it's just a pattern that I see. Superstars have to overcome some type of battle, some type of hurdle, and he had the failure against Toronto, the massive collapse against Toronto, the massive collapse against Miami Heat, and everybody said Giannis is trash, Giannis sucks, but he actually came out. Well, he didn't play these last 2 games, but him getting to the finals is massive for him now. We just need to focus on getting him healthy and get his knee right so he can play in the finals. But just massive shout out to everybody on that team that stepped up in the absence of Giannis. That's very large. That's very huge. And it just showed that the Bucks themselves are a good team. The additions they made in the offseason were not in vain. The addition of getting Drew Holiday was not in vain. The addition of getting Bobby Portis, a stretch forward, was not in vain. He's been playing well the past 2 games without Giannis. The addition of Bryn Forbes, the sharpshooter, was not in vain. Spreading that floor is always valuable. So they really do deserve it. The only problem, though, the one problem that I do have with the Bucks going to the finals is that Mike Budenholzer is probably not going to get fired. Because I don't think he's a good coach. I mean, I'm pretty sure at this point, NBA fandom, I feel like it's consensus agreement that Mike Budenholzer is not a good coach. And so the fact that they went to the finals is probably him solidifying his spot at least for another 2 seasons. And that kind of sucks because I do think he uses Giannis incorrectly. However, I mean, it's whatever. I'm more so a fan of players. I don't really get into NBA coaches and front office and stuff like that. I just watch the games and get into the players and what the players do. I don't really get into the coaches that much. So whether he's there or not, I mean, Giannis and that supporting cast is always going to compete regardless of who the coach is. So, but yeah, that's the only downside of them going to the finals. But I don't know. I feel like the Suns Bucks are going to be a good finals. I'll make a video on that probably tomorrow, as a complete series preview. But I did just want to focus on the Bucks advancing. This is big for them. Chris Middleton was getting slandered the past 2 years for not being the right help. Everybody's saying Giannis needs a different help, a different sidekick, a different Robin to Giannis is Batman. Giannis is stoppable. But this whole playoffs, Giannis has been going crazy. I was dang near averaging 30 against Brooklyn. I was going off. Giannis has just been going off this entire playoff, showing himself to be unstoppable. So it's really just good for him for me to see the way he's been playing. It sucks that he's hurt. He has to get back healthy. I don't think they'll be able to compete without Giannis, or Dante DiVincenzo is out. So it'll be interesting. But this Hawks series was definitely fun, man. Trae Young was going off game 1. It was fun. Chris Middleton had his shine. This conference finals was fun. And all in all, the best player won. Basketball once again works itself out like it always seems to do, where the best player and the best team wins. And all I have to say to the Bucks is congratulations, and Giannis, please get healthy soon.